Okay, hear me out. This whole struggle with deciding to allocate resources to either YouTube or a podcast shouldn't be a struggle at all. For businesses focusing on lead generation, YouTube consistently delivers a stronger and more measurable ROI. Yet, for some reason, companies tend to celebrate a podcast mention on a sales call as just enough ROI. Why is that? Today, we're going to separate facts from feelings in this whole podcast versus YouTube showdown that everyone wants to always see. Because to be quite honest with you, if you're looking to build connections in a long form piece of content, one of these platforms, one of these mediums clearly outperforms the other when it comes to lead generation. Now, regardless of if you choose podcasting or YouTube after this whole video, I think you're gonna love today's sponsor, which is Riverside. It's literally designed to make content creation so much easier for you and a lot more faster than what you're probably doing right now. Riverside is an all-in-one platform to record, edit, and even add captions to your videos all in one place. And the best part is that it's going to save you so much time. You can record everything from client interviews to talking head videos just like this one. With studio quality audio and video, you don't have to worry about poor recording slowing down your process. And if you're podcasting, Riverside gives you separate audio and video tracks, making editing so much easier for you. Plus, their new editor is such a game changer. It's very intuitive and makes creating polished lead generating content easier than ever. So if you're looking for easy ways to boost your content and your workflows, try Riverside for free by using the link in the video description down below. And use code JamarDiggs for 15% off of your subscription. So here's what really sparked today's video. I kept seeing business owners like on Threads. I am so active on Threads. I feel like I'm just so unhinged and it's just so fun and great, whatever. I have been seeing this common theme showing up, and it's just that businesses are struggling to choose between YouTube and podcasting for lead generation, for specifically lead generation. This is to where I'm like, it shouldn't be a struggle at all. And I get it that like podcasting feels good. It may even feel easy at times, and it feels like you're really building this amazing authority. And yes, when someone mentions your podcast during a sales call, it can feel so amazing. But this is the thing that I want to drive home for you. You're probably measuring your podcast ROI with feelings while you're measuring your YouTube ROI with actual data. Like, this happens all the time. For example, I've had people scrutinize YouTube views and YouTube subscribers and anything up on YouTube as like, oh, I'm not making any money from it. But then when the podcast gets mentioned in a sales call, they're like, oh, this is great. And it doesn't even have to like convert into like a paid thing or whatever. And I'm not going to lie to you, YouTube has a lot of data. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of business owners are leveraging that data to make really educated decisions on how YouTube is contributing to the customer journey. So like with YouTube, you can see exactly how many people have watched your content, how long they stayed, what actions they took, where they clicked. You can also see when do they become a lead. You're literally able to track when someone opts into your email list, okay? When it comes to podcasting, what can you track when it comes to podcasting, right? So when it comes to podcasting, you have your download numbers, which can be a little bit inflated, so you don't really know. You also just have those exciting moments when someone mentions your podcast. And so you don't really have that much information or data to track. And so it's very easy to lean on these like anecdotal things to say, oh, podcasting is totally worth it over YouTube. I get so much more feedback on my on my podcast whenever people are entering or are trying to work with me. But this is the thing that no one's really talking about here. These platforms, they are serving completely two different purposes in your marketing. When you think about YouTube, YouTube is your lead generation machine. So YouTube is very top of funnel. And so the content that you're going to be posting on YouTube is going to be valuable content that is serving specific problems. With that being said, you're going to be offering a relevant lead magnet with those videos. You're going to also be able to track it. So I teach my members in the Low Lift Club to use UTM parameters to track which videos are converting the best for them. They're able to see where a subscriber came from and which lead magnet they got, and also which video influenced them to opt in to their email list. Okay, so you're able to see all of that. So you can build your email list to nurture them. That is the beauty of using YouTube as a lead generation platform, right? It is an attraction-based platform. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, when it comes to podcasting, podcasting is an amazing middle and bottom of funnel platform. This means that they already know who you are, and they have most likely already chosen you as the potential person that they want to work with. They're just trying to figure out what is the offer that best fits them, if you are truly the one that gets their unique situation, and maybe like what does the process look like. Podcasting is serving those people who are willing to dive deeper with you because they've already checked the box in their mind that you are the one. It may just be a matter of time and just some clarifying questions. When we're talking about podcasting, this is when your services shine. You should be talking about services. So you should be diving deep into your methodology. You should be sharing client transformation stories. You should be explaining your unique approach. And your call to action in your podcast are to book a call, and book a call. That is the call to action in your podcast. So if your YouTube channel is lead generation, the goal is to download my free guide, join my email list, right? That top of funnel stuff. And the podcast call to action is ready to solve this problem. Here's how to work with me. And so when you hear that, I want you to understand that yes, whenever someone mentions your podcast on a sales call, that's supposed to happen, right? That is supposed to happen, but that doesn't mean that YouTube didn't do its job. And this is why I just don't think they should be compared as YouTube versus podcasting, which one is better for ROI, because I believe that podcasts serve a different purpose in the customer journey. Podcasting is perfect for going deep on topics, showcasing why you and why now, answering questions around your processes, like I mentioned before, showing what that transformation looks like. Basically, all the things that come up when someone is seriously looking to invest. And for the record, YouTube can do this too. But I know that there are some people who have podcasts already and they want to understand how both YouTube and podcasting can work together beyond just like repurposing the same content like across platforms. That is a whole nother video about how YouTube is actually can contribute to the whole customer journey. We're going to move on. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Before comparing YouTube and podcasting for ROI, ask yourself, are you comparing it for ROI based on lead generation or closing the client? Because I want you to remember that these two platforms shine in totally two different ways of the customer journey. I really would love to know what you're thinking. How have you been using your podcast? How have you been using your YouTube channel? Do you have one? Like, which one do you have? Which one do you use? I would really love to continue this conversation in the comments down below, because I think this is something that people don't talk much about. You guys deserve to know more about marketing, and I would hate for you to start a podcast in hopes that it will help you generate leads, when really podcasting, when you're first starting out and you're trying to use it for lead generation, is doing marketing on hard mode. And so I would rather you look at the two different platforms as two different pieces of the puzzle of your customer journey. And that way you will see more success moving forward. Even if you don't use YouTube as that top of funnel thing, I want you to start thinking about what attraction-based platforms can be my lead generator, so that my podcast that I already have can do its thing and can shine in that respect. So we talked about a lot of stuff today. If you have decided that YouTube is something that you wish to explore, I have a free 90-minute quick start guide for you to download. It walks you through everything you need to do to set up and optimize your channel the right way. So go ahead and grab that in the video description down below. Don't forget to check out Riverside. My link is in the video description down below as well. Give it a try. And if you end up loving it, use code Jamar Diggs for an additional 15% off. Thank you again to Riverside for sponsoring this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.